Hmm? Oh, my freaking wrist hurts so bad. So bad.
I think you moved your pin or something?
I think ever since the bed, ever since we were moving the mattress, I do think so. Say hi, Jeeky boy. Where is Zeke? Where is Zeke? Here I am. Here I am. Zeke, Zeke, Zeke. Oh, I know. I will be right back, you guys. Now I know why he's a little.
He
Yeah, he just. Oh my god, my wrist hurts so bad every time that I pick him up and put him down. Doesn't make it any better that he weighs an arm and a leg. Hi, you guys. Say hi, baby. A ver, vamos a peinarte poquito tan siquiera, compadre. Don't you throw up like crazy. He's all trying to kick. Are you gonna throw up? Or no? Hi, Josie. Hi, Arlene. We're doing really good. Thank you for asking. I hope you guys are good. He needed a little diaper change. He was watching Isa and he was not crying. He loves to watch her. Oh my god, my wrist hurts so bad. I honestly think I'm gonna have to go get therapy on my wrist. So, you know what I honestly think happened, because it's been bothering me ever since we moved the mattress, our mattress in our bedroom. I helped Michael move it, and ever since my wrist hurts really, really bad. So I fucked up my wrist years ago. I broke my wrist and I had to get a metal pin right here, and I have a feeling that I moved it because it's been bothering me ever since. And it only like, it hurts me every time I pick up the baby or if I have to do something. Like right now it hurts, and I don't know why it hurts so much today. I haven't really done much with my hand today, but it hurts really bad. And it's never been like this where it hurts this bad until now. Like, I don't really understand why. And I think, I mean, I know why. I know it's because of the bed. But man, it hurts. Weird little chunkers. He is a cutie pie. Thank you. He's getting so big so fast. It breaks my heart. Breaks my heart, you guys. Like, I don't want him to get any bigger. I want him to stay little forever. I went live on my Homegirl Movement page, but over there, my comments weren't showing up. So I said, bye. I'm out of here. I don't know why Facebook does that. Like, Facebook don't want you to leave. They want you to stay on this social, like on this platform, and they don't want you to go on YouTube or TikTok or anything like that. But then that doesn't help the fact that they don't let you see your comments. So what the hell? Like, you want me to interact with myself? It's annoying. Hi, handsome and mama. Hi. Hi, girly. Hi, Melissa. Wrist glove at Walgreens before you put... Or wait. Before I put... spray cream on it. What, puppy? And it doesn't help, you know, because I'm right-handed too, so I do everything with my hand. With that hand. So that doesn't help, you know. Okay. I'm gonna do this first with my eyeshadow first. I'm using my detail brush, and all I'm gonna do is grab some of this eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna... ¿Qué tienes, Iki? ¿Qué pasa? You want me to, let me put on it. Isa.
Lo uso para tomar. ¡Sí! ¡Agua! ¡Agua! ¿Puedes decir agua? Abre tu boca grande para decir agua.
Agua.
Bien hecho. También en el vaso.
Agua, Ziki.
Jugo. Sí.
Jugo.
¿Qué te parece si tú dices jugo y yo hago como jugo? ¿Listo? Jugo.
Jugo.
¡Súper! Mi amiga Teresa pone cara de sorpresa. Mi primo Vicente tiene cara sonriente. Y la peque Sofía está llena de alegría.
La peque, pequeñita. Ziki es un pequeño. Pequeñito. I love that girl so much. I love to watch her instead of, like, I like Miss Rachel, but I want him to learn Spanish. It's aprende peque, like for pequeño. And the girl that does it with him, her name is Isa. But she's like basically Spanish version of Miss Rachel, but her name is Isa. But it's called, the show's called Aprende Peque. I'm not going nowhere. I'm just getting ready because I haven't gotten ready in a while. And I was gonna make dinner early so I could go work on my Halloween stuff outside. Except My groceries I order won't get here till 3 to 4. Onta Isa, Onta Isa.
Alegría.
No, no llores. And I had to speed it up too because do you just speak Spanish to him? Yes, to him, yes. Why? Because my other kids, I didn't do it, and look at them now. Not Serenity understands it, and she can speak it a little bit too. Junior can understand and speak it. Jaden don't know no Spanish. You tell him something in Spanish, and then he goes, "Tanda bara maning minimana." He pretends. Nathaniel doesn't know no Spanish. I mean, I think he understands it because he can communicate with my mom. Besides that. So with this baby, I want him to learn Spanish first. I want his first language to be Spanish. Big boy. I'm gonna get you. Hold on. Colores. Leche. Leche. You know what? He's crying and he literally has a freaking binky in his mouth. Pimpon, 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 pimpon. Se lava la carita. Pimpon. Pimpon, pimpon, pimpon. ¿Quieres ser tu amigo? Pimpon, pimpon, pimpon. Panzón, panzón, panzón. A ver, salta, 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 salta.
1, 2, 3, salto así. Salto, salto, tú también. Oh, oh, salto. Saltamos como el canguro.
¿Como un canguro?
Cuento. Wow, hay dibujos.
He favors Jaden so much. You know what? My father-in-law sent me a picture of Michael when he was a baby. Twin. Literally, he's the boy's twin like no other. Pimpon, pimpon, pimpon. Pimpon, pimpon, pimpon. He's like, what is all this stuff on my mama's table? Casa. Casa de gato. No, 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 no. Oh, and now he knows how to grab stuff. You know what's so funny? He could grab stuff with his hand and his feet. Huh, babies. Hi, Stephanie. Say hi, baby. Pimpon, pimpon, pimpon. Pimpon, pimpon, pimpon. Oh. Ooh. 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 Bing bun, bing bun, bing bun. Bing bun, bing bun, bing bun. I can't even believe he's 5 months, you guys. And now he could sit by himself. And I'm just like, oh my God. We've been practicing a lot with him to be able to sit by himself, like balance himself. And he always falls forward or to the sides. And this morning I put him on the bed and I put a pillow behind him. And normally I always put like blankets and stuff on the sides of him too. So that way if he falls, you know, like kind of to keep him up. And for the first time today, no help. He just stayed there by himself. Without the pillows and all that, he did really good. And I'm like, is he still too little? I mean, I guess he's on time. He's a little early. I guess babies sit by them, like balance on their own by 6 months, at 6 months. Oh, and he's 5. He just turned 5 months. So he's a little ahead. But, you know, I don't know if you guys remember me telling you guys, like, he's been holding his head up since he was born. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. And I don't mind having him here with me. Like, if I could get him to sit here with me, that would, like, I wouldn't mind him. But look at him. Watch. All he does is kick his legs and kick his legs and kick his legs. And then he tries to grab everything. Like, he spreads his little toes open and he tries to grab stuff with his feet. And it's so funny to me. It's so hilarious because I'm like, dude, that's your feet. Those are your toes. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Se lava sus manitas. Okay. Don't pull the string. A ver, pues. What do you want? Huh? Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Se lava sus manitas. See, you guys, I'm so glad I didn't cut his hair. It's already growing back, look. Remember his sides where he was going bald on his sides? And then the back as well. All this. Do you guys remember how bad it was? And look at him now. Here, take him for a little bit in the stroller in there. Just so I could put my lashes on and then I'll grab him. Go with Dee. He just had a bottle. He has a clean diaper too. He's watching Isa.
Ir a su casa. Los pollitos dicen pío, pío, pío cuando tienen hambre, cuando tienen frío. La gallina busca el maíz y el trigo, les da la comida y les besa abrigo. Bajo sus osadas, acurrucaditos, hasta el otro día duermen los pollitos.
His hair looks so good. See? And everybody was like, cut his hair, or they wanted me to bald him. I have never balded any of my kids, and I know it's a big thing, like especially like in a lot of Mexican families. It's really normal, like if your baby, his hair has patches, or it's very thin, or it doesn't grow, or very uneven. A lot of kids, their parents will bald them completely. I've never balded any of my kids, any of them, ever. And his hair's already growing back. He's gonna have a lot of hair. And that's how Jaden was too. Okay, I'm just doing my little inner corner. And that's it. And I'm using for my inner corner because when you do like a liquid liner to do the inner corner, sometimes I mess up and it goes in my eye and I have my contacts on. So now I just use my detail brushes. And it works so good. But let me tell you what I was telling you, the girls on my other live, the drama at the freaking state fair. So the state fair was super expensive this year, and the lines were insane the last day. Normally, like last year we went the last day of the state fair, the last Sunday, and it wasn't too bad. You know, it really wasn't too bad. But this year it was really bad, and I think it's because there was a lot of talk that the state fair wasn't going to be here anymore, that this was the last year. I have a feeling that's why the state fair was so packed this year, due to that. So we were going to go on Dollar Day. Well, we didn't even know Wednesday was Dollar Day. We were going to go on Wednesday because I had a dentist appointment. And then I was like, fuck it, whenever I get out of my dentist appointment, we can go to the fair, you know? They lose their hair. They're born with... Yeah, not all of it, though. They lose whatever they're laying on, like if whatever their head is laying on, whatever side, that's what they lose. That's why a lot of babies have bald spots on the back or on their sides. And with Zeke, I took turns laying him down on his sides, so that way he would just lose the back and not have a bald spot in the back. And then it grows back out. They don't lose all their hair. Well, at least mine don't. None of my kids have ever lost all their hair. None of my kids have ever been bald. Ever. Anyway, so we were gonna, as soon as I got out of the dentist appointment, we were gonna go, right? And then just pick up Junior and Jaden from school and then go, because they get out a little bit later. But then I realized it was Dollar Day, and I was like, no thank you. There's gonna be all kinds of lines. Everybody and their mama goes on Dollar Day because it's the cheapest day to go. And I was like, I'm just not going to do it. It's going to be crazy, right? So we went on Sunday, and oh my God, it was bad. I literally paid $200 for 4 wristbands, which I already knew it was going to be expensive, but the lines were so bad. Serenity only got on 2 rides. And we were there from noon till 11. And she only got on 2 rides. Like, of course, we didn't go on the rides right away. But we probably went to the rides around 5 o'clock because we went and did eating. And then we went and did like the little farm scavenger hunt. And we did a few different activities before we went to the rides. And she was only able to get on 2 rides. But what really pisses me off, you guys, hi Anna, is like how these kids have no manners, bro. Like this new generation of kids, they have no fucking manners. A lot of them. There is a lot of kids that do have manners and know better. But some kids, unfortunately, act different when they're not around their parents and they're little brats. But I was so pissed off. So on the second ride that Serenity was going to get on, well, the lines were so long, and Junior didn't want to get on the ride with her because he was being a little scaredy cat. So he didn't want to get on the ride with Serenity. So we ended up telling Serenity to get in line while I went and I took Jaden to get on other rides. Because obviously somebody has to be, we can't be at both places at once. So I went and I took Jaden to get on some of the rides while she waited in line, because the line was out of control, so freaking long, right? Whatever. I come back and she still had a little long ways to getting to the front of the line. So I told her, I'll be right back. I'm going to eat my corn and then I'll come back and stand in line with you. So I ate my corn, and then I went back. And when I went back, Titi was already upset because these two little girls had gotten in front of her. And then she's like, they just took cuts in front of me. They weren't here, and I've been here forever. And I'm like, you know what? Just let it go. You know, hi, Candy. Very true. Yes, so many kids. Oh, I just get so annoyed sometimes. So she was upset about it. I'm like, you know what? Just let it go. I'm not like, just don't say nothing. Let it go. But then all of a sudden, these little girls, her mom and another little girl, come and get in front of us with the other two little girls that already had taken cuts. Hi, Danielle. And at that point, I'm like, dude, are you kidding me, bro? Especially like an adult. If you're an adult and your kid took cuts and you're over there getting in line with her too, like you just didn't take cuts, it's very disrespectful. Like, I think it is so rude, man. Because like I said, the lines were crazy. Whatever. So the lady gets in front of us with her other daughter. I guess all three girls were her kids. I don't know. So now they're standing in front of us, right? And I told Titi, just leave it alone. Don't say nothing. So Serenity was trying to get back in front of the two girls. This is before the mom and the other little girl got there. Titi was trying to like get back behind her original spot, like getting in front of them, because like they literally just came and stood in front of her. And every time that Serenity would go like scoot in front of the girl, like with her shoulder, like go in front of her like that, the little girl would go and move around and go in front of Titi again. And then she would look at her friend and she would laugh. And I'm like, oh, bro, like they were doing it on purpose, right? So I kept telling Titi, like, just ignore it. Don't say nothing. Leave it alone. Whatever. Then this is when I started getting mad. Then these little girls, they start talking to this boy. This boy randomly comes and starts talking to the two little original girls that took cuts. And he was telling them, oh, you're going to let me get in front of you, right? Like, you're going to let me take cuts, right? And the little girl was like, yeah, for $40, like all laughing. And I told Titi, because she's like, Mom, they're going to let these boys in front of her. She's like, she's going to let them in front of them. And I said, hell no, that's where you're crossing the line. Then I'm going to get pissed off. Because at this point, now it was 4 of them that got in front of us, right? So then the little boys there laughing and asking and talking about $40 to let him in front of us. Next thing you know, he's on the phone, dude. He's on the phone calling his friends to go over there with him, to go to the front of the line with him. Because we were kind of close to the front, right? So then the little boys' friends come, and I'm not lying, dude. It was a grip of boys, like 5 to 6 boys. So at this point, now I'm like, fuck no. The group of boys go and they get in front, like they start mixing and blending in between the girls and the mom. And the mom's just there all happy and all these kids. And then I was like, this is where I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm pissed off. Now I'm not doing this shit. So I go and I get on the side of them and I start telling the kids shit. I'm like, I said, you're not going to go and take cuts in front of me and my daughter. I'm like, do you guys not consider that all these people behind me and ourselves have been here for hours, like literally hours in line, and you're just going to come and take cuts? And the little boy was like this. Like he didn't even know what to fucking say. I don't know if he thought I was a kid or what, but I'm like, hell no. I said, hell no, you guys ain't gonna take cuts in front of me and my daughter. You guys could take cuts in front of them if you fucking want, but you ain't gonna take cuts in front of me and my daughter. So then I literally, Titi, I don't know what she was doing. I literally just went and went to the side, and I went and I got in front of all of them. Like literally that whole group, I went and I got in front of them. And then I guess Titi said that the little girl was telling Serenity, I'm sorry, if you want, you could stand in front of us. Like, what do you mean if you want? We were here first. Like, yeah, I wasn't here, but my daughter never took cuts. She was in line since the beginning. I was going back and forth because I was going and taking Jaden on other rides while she was going in front. Besides that, when I came back to stand in line with her, it was just me, not a group of freaking 10 of you, a whole 10 of you. It was 4 plus 6. I'm like, heck no. They were literally gonna take up the whole ride, dude. Like, literally take up the whole ride. So the little boy was just looking like that, and they were all like shocked, I guess, that I said anything. And then after that, it was our turn to finally get in line. And I'm like, oh, they better not start shit. I said, they better not start shit. So I got on the phone and I told Michael, and Michael right away, he's like, you want me to go over there? You want me to go over there? And I'm like, no, I'm just letting you know in case shit happens, because it was a grip of kids. So whatever. And they were a little older already too. So then I go, they scan my bracelet and I get in, and then Titi was wearing slides, and they don't let you wear slides on that. Like, she was wearing sandals and she can't, like the slide-in ones. And I guess on that specific ride, you can't wear them, right? So I go in there first, and then she's like, Mom, because I was about to get on the ride, and she's like, Mom. And then I looked back and she's like, they're not going to let me get on the ride because of my shoes. And I was like, fuck no, bro. Hell no. Like, I did not just, and like, you could see, like, you could hear the little kids in the background. They were all fucking laughing. Like to them, it was so hilarious. Like, they did all that and they're not even going to get on the ride. So I was like, hell no. I came back and I told the guy, I said, I'm going to let my daughter get in. I'm going to take my shoes off and let my daughter get on there, because I'm not about to let her miss out, because after the line that we just stood on, and now you're going to tell her that. So I took my shoes off and I let Titi, put my shoes on, and she got on the ride. And when I was leaving, the kids on the side, the little freaking brats, were laughing like, haha, she didn't get to get on. And I'm like, the fuck? I didn't even want to get on the ride in the first place. This saved my ass, because I didn't even want to get on it. It was this big old crazy ride that spins you all over. Like, dude, I'm freaking 39 years old. I don't want to even want to get on any freaking rides. But they were all laughing like it was so hilarious. But she still got on the ride. But I'm like, I understand kids, right? Because they're kids, I get it. But what pisses me off is the mom, like the mom of the little girl, how she was okay with just going and standing. And then the little girl tells the mom in Spanish, like, I know what the fuck you're saying, bro. Spanish is my first language. And the little girl was telling the mom that we were pissed off because they got in front of us. And you know what the lady said? She's like, pues ni modo, todo el mundo anda haciendo eso. Basically saying, oh, well, everybody's doing it. The fuck, dude? And everybody gets beat up too. Like, should I beat you up for that? No, I'm not gonna do that. Like, how I was so mad that she was literally talking shit. Like it's okay to just get in front of people and take cuts after everybody's there for hours. And I felt so bad for the people behind me, because now this group of 10 were in front of them. And they just, and I should have grabbed them and been like, come on, come with me. Everybody go around these fucking kids. I should have told them to do that. But she was literally like, oh, ni modo. Like it was nothing. Like, oh, who cares? Everybody's doing that. The fuck? Are you kidding me, dude? And people get beat up on the daily too. But I had literally, I wasn't, like I told Titi, just let it go, like, it's just them to let that shit slide. And then the mom and the other daughter, and then all these boys. At that point, I was like, fuck no. Now I'm gonna have to say something, because now it's a problem. But it was every ride, you guys. Like, I guess when Michael was gonna get on the first ride with Serenity, the same thing happened. This group of kids got in front of Michael and Serenity and took cuts, and Michael won't, like, he hates drama, so he didn't even tell them nothing. But I guess he made a comment, like, all loud, and he's like, what the fuck, we're just letting all the homies get in front or what? And the little girl was like, what? and he just said, you're going to let everybody in front of you or what? Anyway, so with that situation, I guess there was one boy that was going to get on that was already in the front of the line. And Michael and Serenity were way like more in the back. And I guess they were trying to get one person to go with that little boy because they wouldn't let him in on the ride by himself. And Michael seen. So Michael ran up there and told the little boy, like, you want to get on? Do you need one person? And he's like, yeah. He's like, do you want to go with my daughter? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And he went and grabbed Titi and took her all the way to the front, and she got on. And those kids ended up waiting in line forever still. But Michael didn't want to get on the ride either, so he lucked out too. But Junior, he's being a little freaking sissy. I'm like, dude, get on the rides with her. Like, why did you have me buy you a freaking pass? Like, the bracelets are expensive. And you didn't even want to get on the rides, man. Like, you're being a little chicken shit. The only ride he wanted to get on was, like, the little ones with Jaden. And then the Ferris wheel. But he wanted to go on the Ferris wheel because his girlfriend was at the state fair. His little girlfriend was there. And she was asking him to get on the Ferris wheel with him because he was too scared to get on any of the other rides with the little girlfriend. And I'm like, I said, your girlfriend's going to laugh at you, June, because you're over there all scared to get on the rides. Like, who does that? Junior's going to be 13 this, now in November, you guys. I'm like, damn, my kids are getting big. And he has a girlfriend. Some crazy kids, yep. The parents are even worse. Yeah, that's what bugged me about that lady. Like that, she was like, ni modo. Everybody's doing it, and it makes it okay, dude. Like, I get these kids, the ones that are running around without the parents. I get that. I get that they do that. But if you're a parent and you're okay with just going and doing that shit, oh, hell no. And then Michael said that this other lady, too, was all, because he was standing in line by himself with Zeke with the stroller and Jaden. And I went to go I think I went to go get us a drink or something. I wasn't there, and I came back, and Michael was pissed off. And then Jaden's like, Mom, Dad was saying bad words. And then I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, Dad was saying bad words. And I'm like, what happened? And then Michael wouldn't say nothing. And he's like, that girl right there was this girl, like, literally standing in front of us, this random girl, but Michael wouldn't tell me what happened. And then right after we left, and he tells me, he's like, I didn't tell you because I know you were going to get pissed off. And I'm like, well, what happened? He's like, we were waiting in line, and this girl literally just came and stood right next to me. Like, I don't know if she thought I was gonna, like, he was gonna hit on her or something. I don't fucking know. But she was, like, literally just standing next to him, and then worked her little fucking ass way in there to get in front of him to take hugs. And he didn't want to say nothing to the lady either. And I'm like, and he won't tell me because I'll get pissed off and I'll say something. Like, it takes a lot for me to say something too. But when you're taking advantage like that, then I'm gonna say something, you know, like, that shit's fucked up. The fair is very bad these days. Yes. Honestly, I think the simple fact that they were talking about this being the last year that the state fair was going to be here in Albuquerque, I think that's why it was so packed. And people don't realize, like, what they mean is, like, this was going to be the last year of it being in that location. They're going to move it to another location. Doesn't mean it's never going to be here again. But everybody was there. And that's the reason why I didn't want to go on Dollar Day. Because Dollar Day is always packed because it's the cheapest day to go. So I'm like, I was just so mad, you guys. It was so expensive. Like, I know it's expensive, but this year just seemed worse. I mean, we paid $70 to get in, $25 for our parking space because we always park in a certain area, which there's never a line. Like, every year we go and we park in this area, and there's never a line, and you just go in through the side of the state fair. But there's never a line, so we just paid $25 to get in there, and your cars are very secure in that area. So it was $70 to get in, $25 for the space, and then we went to go eat. Serenity Jr. and Jaden, they got hot dogs and hamburgers, and that was $100. Me and Michael ate, and that was $50. We got Navajo tacos, that was $50. And then the bracelets was $200. I told Michael we probably spent at least around $600 to $700 on the fare, which is fucking insane, man. Insane. All for that many little rides for them to get on. I'm like, and that's how Disneyland is too. So, like, I just try to let my kids have fun and be kids. You know, like, my kids are getting older, and the older they get, the less they want to hang out with us, you know. And, like, I try my hardest to go and do family stuff before they end up not wanting to go anymore, or they have work. Like, Nate didn't go with us because he was at work. Serenity's 15. Pretty soon she's gonna just want to go on her own. And Michael was like, next year I'm not fucking coming, and I'll pay for Serenity and her friends to come by themselves. I'll buy them their bracelets and give them money to get food and all that, but I'm not coming. He said, this shit is fucking crazy, and people have no manners, and which I get it, dude. Like, that shit is so annoying when people take cuts like that. Like, it's very rude. And Zeke, he don't even know what's going on in the world. He's just like, look at the lights. Hold on, let me go back. I think I missed some comments. Hi, Amy. Yeah, Candy, they were all laughing like if we weren't like, oh, she didn't get to get on there. Like, I didn't even want to get on that fucking ride. I don't like to get on rides. Like, the ride that I got on with Junior, well, Jaden, was the bumper cars. And that shit was so funny because Jaden could barely, he insisted on going on his own car. And it was so funny because he could barely reach the pedal. So he would lean all the way back like that, like lay all the way back to be able to reach the pedal. And then he couldn't reach the steering wheel. So he would push the gas and the car was going all crazy because he couldn't steer the steering wheel. And then if he tried to push to steer the sit up to do the steering wheel, he couldn't reach the pedal. So I would have to keep wrecking into him just to push him a little bit. Girl, I couldn't stop laughing. That shit was so funny to me. But, like, I just like spending time with my kids. I've always been, like, all about my family. I still am. I will always be. My whole life, I always said since I was a little girl that I wanted 5 kids. I have 5, 6 with my stepson. You know, I've always said I wanted a big family. I mean, my kids drive me insane sometimes, and I feel very overwhelmed at times and very much taken for granted a lot of times, and I'm sure a lot of moms can relate to that, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Definitely. Like, I definitely wouldn't. Like, I also I went to the bank to cash a check at the beginning of the week on Monday, I believe. Yeah, on Monday. And you guys know I used to work at the banks. I used to work at I worked at Bank of America for 2 years. I worked at Wells Fargo for 3 years. And I worked at Guadalupe Credit Union for 2 years as well. Like, I've always been a bank teller for a very long time. And I miss my job really, really, really much. Like, a lot. I miss it a lot. And the girl that was cashing my check, the personal banker, I was telling her that I used to work at the bank. And then she's like, because we were having like a really, really long conversation. She's a really, really sweet girl. And we were talking about kids and stuff because her and her partner want to have a baby. And we were talking about like what she thinks she's too old. And I'm like, no, girl, because she's like, I'm in my 30s. And I'm like, that's not old. I honestly feel like that's a perfect time to have kids because you got to live your life already, you know, got to do fun things after being 21. And then you can have a kid now. Anyways, but she was telling me that they're going to open a new branch, a new credit union branch, which is literally closer to my house. And she was telling me that I should apply, that I should get, because the bank that she works at, it's not like a traditional bank. They actually only have 1 teller and two or three bankers. And then they have the machines, the ATMs inside where you basically do your transactions on the ATM. But she was telling me that I should apply, and that she would put like a recommendation for me to get the job at the new bank, at the new branch. And I'm actually very much like, I really am considering it. Like, I really think I want to do it. I miss working at the bank so much, you guys. I love to count money. Like, I love it. I'll be right back. I gotta get my purse. Hold on. Hi, baby. He loves to watch that. So, but she said that the bank, like that bank, that new branch that they're gonna open, most likely won't be ready till like the end of this year or the beginning of next year. So we'll see. I told her I would think about it because it's been a while since I've worked at a bank, and honestly, I love working from home, and I would still work for my mom's business. Like, I've always had a job and stay working with my mom. Like, what I do, I don't have to be at work for it. I do it from home. So if I do go back to work, I wouldn't mind going back at the bank to be even like if I don't go back as a teller, I wouldn't mind being a personal banker. I actually was, when I worked at Guadalupe Credit Union, they were training me to be a personal banker, but for like mortgages and stuff like that. I liked working at the bank too. Hi, cuz. What, you worked at the bank? At what banks did you work at? I wouldn't mind it, honestly. Like, I used to love it a lot. And the only reason why I stopped working at the bank was I kind of had no choice because the feds went and talked to my boss when Michael got raided. And I guess since Michael, when I first met Michael used to go and take me breakfast every morning to work, because I used to run the drive-through Bank of America. I was always there by myself, and Michael would always go take me breakfast in the mornings when I first met him, and the feds were following him. So when Michael got raided and all that, and they did their whole investigation, they went and talked to my boss and stuff to like get details on me, to like make sure like if I worked there and all this shit. And it made me look so bad, bro. Like, it made me look really bad. I love credit unions. Like, credit unions are way different. Like Guadalupe and Guadalupe and is a credit union like Guadalupe is way different than working for Wells Fargo and Bank of America. Way different. Like, when I used to work at Wells Fargo, that's the first place I worked at, was Wells Fargo, and it's all commission, like sales. Yeah, the feds went and talked to my boss when I worked at Bank of America, when Michael got raided and all that. Afterwards, when they were doing their investigation and shit, they went to talk to my boss, and it made me look so fucking bad, even though I had just met Michael. I met Michael in May, and in August is when he got raided. And for whatever reason, they thought that I was involved in Michael's situation more than I really was. I really wasn't. I wasn't even dating him at the time. I was just seeing him. And the day that he got raided, I stayed the night at his house. And because of that, like, since they used to follow him around everywhere before he got raided, they would see him at my work, so they automatically assume some dumb shit. But the feds don't work, you guys. Like, they don't play. I mean, FBI is like the marshals and all that. They don't fucking play, man. And imagine the marshals go and they talk to your freaking boss due to what happened with your man. It doesn't look good at all. And then especially because, like, I worked with money. Like, I was never short or anything like that. Like, my business working at the bank never had anything to do with Michael's business. ever. But the way they tried to make it seem, it made me look bad. And then Michael had court all the time, and he had went to jail, and I ended up just not going to work anymore. I turned in my keys and stuff. But I miss my job so much, man. Like, I had just gotten a fat ass raise too. They made me responsible for like the ATM machines, where I had to fill in the money for the ATM machines. Like, and that's a huge responsibility, because you have to count all the deposits that are in there, and you have to fill the machine and stuff. And they trust you with all that. Like, they literally send you, like, they ship you a bag of money specifically just for you, and you're responsible for the thousands and thousands of dollars that are in there. I miss my job. So I wouldn't mind going back. I mean, the only thing is that Zeke's only going to be a little bit over a year, or going to be a year. If they finish the bank by next year, the beginning of the year, he'll barely be turning 1. And who am I going to leave him with, you know? Me too. They're better than banks, yes. Credit unions are amazing to work for. But if you're trying to make money, like investments and stuff like that, then a regular bank is definitely better than a credit union. But if you're trying to buy a home or a vehicle, like you're trying to get a loan or something, definitely a credit union is better. I got the pictures. Oh, I want to see them. Oh, really? Why? Oh my God, I'm sorry. Do you not like, they're professionally done and you don't like them? Oh my God, I would be pissed off. I would be pissed off, especially like if you had to pay all kinds of money. I would be super upset. Sometimes, you guys, like, I sit here and it literally doesn't even feel like Michael went to prison for 5 years. Like, that part of my life doesn't even seem real. Like, me going, because I used to go visit Michael in prison every other weekend, no matter what, I was there. Every other weekend. And Junior's my prison baby. He literally was raised in prison. Every other weekend, we were there. He learned how to walk, crawl, sit by himself, potty train in prison. You're probably like, well, prison visits are like an hour visit? Not in the feds. In the feds, you have visits the weekends, and it's 8-hour visits. You're there for 8 hours straight, Saturday and Sunday. So my baby boy, poor thing. Which is crazy because, like, Junior is my prison baby and Jaden is my COVID baby. Come on, hello. This side is messing with me. But yeah, sometimes, like, I look at old pictures of my prison visits and stuff like that, and I'm like, dude, it doesn't even seem like Michael went to prison in all reality. Like, I remember, I can tell you exactly what I was doing. The next day I woke up in the morning, the day after Michael turned himself in, and it hit me. I remember going in the bathroom and looking at myself in the mirror, and then I literally just broke down and started crying because it finally hit me that he was going to be gone for 5 years. And I literally had a 2-week-old newborn baby in the other room. That shit was hard. And now, look at us. 14 years later, we're still together with 3 kids. God does everything for a reason, right? We paid $2,000. Oh my God, I would be so pissed off. You know, like, sadly, sometimes I feel like we could probably get better pictures than paying somebody professionally to do them. Like, that's what I truly think. And then our phones do so good. You guys, like, the new iPhones?
Did you have to take me?
No. The new iPhones and the new Galaxy phones, I'm not gonna, like, they be exposing everybody's face. The camera is so clear. You can see how many pores somebody has. You can see every little detail on your face. The new iPhones, the 16s, and the new Galaxies, girl, they be exposing these girls. Brandy, it was. But you know what? Like, my whole life, I started dating since I was 12 years old. My first relationship was at 12 years old, and I was with him for 9 years. 9 years straight. The minute that me and him split up, I met a guy literally a month later, and I was with him for 6 years straight. So when I met Michael, I had never been single, ever. I didn't know what it was to be single. I was always in a relationship. So for 15 years straight, I was in a relationship, except for 1 month. So when I met Michael, and then he went to prison, and then I made the choice that I was going to wait for him and stay with him, is when it taught me how to be by myself. And it was so freaking hard, man, because I had never been alone. And my biggest fear, because my past 2 relationships, they were so toxic, I should have left those relationships years. Probably the first year even being with them, I should have left them. But it was so hard for me to leave them because I was so used to being with somebody and always being with them because I was with them for so long. I got cheated on left and right. I got my ass beat left and right. And at the end of the day, I should have walked away, but it was so hard to be alone. But now when Michael went away, it taught me how to be alone. Like, honest to God, it taught me how to be alone. And I always say this, that if me and Michael don't work out for whatever reason, I mean, I've been with him for 14 years, and it would be hard if we split up. Like, it would be really hard. But I don't think it would be, like, super scary for me to be alone because I did it for 5 years. Like, I learned to be by myself. For 5 years, I was by myself. So I feel like it's not as scary as it used to be before, you know? If I could do it then, I think I could do it now. Because before, that was like my number one problem, was not being able to like leave these freaking abusive guys because I was with them for so long. But I learned a lot from being alone. And I've always been very independent too. And this is like, I wonder this all the time, and no shame, like no shade towards anybody or any of you guys that do live this lifestyle, but I've never, ever, ever till this day do I know, and I always been curious how it is to be in a relationship with somebody that pays for everything, like being with a man that pays for all the bills, right? And let's say you want to buy something, like I go to the store, and if I see something, I buy it, you know, like I have my own money and I don't have to ask for permission. I just buy it. But as for the ladies that are in relationships and your men pay for everything and you don't have a source of income yourself, when you see something at the store I mean, do you have to ask your man to give you money to buy it? I mean, I guess, right? Or does he give you like a spending limit? Or do you have like a linked account together and you have a debit card and he has a debit card and you just go and shop and he don't get mad since he's the one that puts all the money in there? Like, how does that work? I've never done that in my whole entire life. I've never done that. In all reality, I've had men depend on me. But I'm just curious how that works. I mean, because when Michael went to prison, I've always been very independent, but him going to prison made me even more independent. I literally just had this on. And now I can't tighten it. I don't think I could ever be in a relationship where I don't have no income and my man pays for everything. Hell no. I like to spend money a lot. So I don't think I could ever be in a relationship where my man pays for shit. And then they're like, oh, hell no, you're not going to buy that. You can't buy that. I could never. But I would love to know how that works for you guys. Like I said, no shade. I'm just curious. Like, I've always wondered that. Like, do they give you like a, like, I don't know. Like, do they give you a spending limit? I didn't work for 5 months. And we have a shared account. I'm the one in charge of the finance. Anyways, because I'm better with money. So I just got stuff, but was mindful stuff. Okay, but let's just say you go, like, for example, like me. I blow my money on fucking pumpkins and skeletons and shit that you don't really need. Would he be mad at you if you just went and spent money like that? You know, like, would he be upset about that? Or he would be like, it's okay, go ahead, you know, like, I don't care, as long as your bills and everything is paid for. Or would you be upset if he went and bought himself 3 pairs of Jordans and that's your guys' both of your money, even though he makes the money? How does that work? Like, I think that would be so hard, man. Like, I don't know. Like, when my first relationship with my oldest son, I had a job. I used to work. I mean, I moved out when I was 16 and we had our own home. Like, we bought our first house when I was 18. That's the first time I ever bought a home, was when I was 18, right? But there was a time that I wasn't working and he was the only one working. But every Friday that he got paid, he would give me his check and we would go to the bank. He would cash his check and he would give me all the money. And I would pay all the bills and then I would give him the rest. And then he would give me a portion of money for me to spend on myself if I wanted to. But that was the only time. And it was only for a few months till I got another job. But besides that, I don't think I could ever do that again, honestly, ever. Like, I just feel like it would be way too hard. Cause, especially now, because, like, I'm so used to spending my money however I want. Whoever I want to spend it on, my kids, myself, my man. I just couldn't, I don't know. I don't think I could actually do that. I could see some of my blonde, hold on, hair. I feel like that would cause a lot of problems, man. And then, like, I guess another reason why I feel like I could never live like that is, like, let's just say one day you're tired of each other's shit and you don't want to be with them anymore. What do you do money-wise? Like, how do you just get up and go and you don't have no money? Because it's their money. The minute that you decide you don't want to be with him anymore, he's no longer going to see it as our money. I promise you that. So then what do? Like, I don't know. That's a scary situation, man. Better make, yeah, exactly. See, so do I. Like, I feel like, oh, sorry guys. I honestly feel like money is the number one problem. Like, the number one thing couples argue about is money. And that's a fact. I mean, there's other things, but I feel like money is one thing for sure. And I think it's because money is so fucking, sadly to say, but money is so important nowadays. Like, without money, you ain't really shit. I mean, if you don't have money for bills, then what are you gonna do? If you don't have money for gas, if you don't have money for, it's just a big thing now. Sorry guys, I need to hurry because Zeke is starting to freak out. And I told Titi I was gonna get him right away. Oh my god, you just made my day. You really think Zeke looks like me? Or are you lying to me, girl? That's why, like, oh, I have to wait. I've always thought, like, there's just no way I can be without money. Like, I always have to work. Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. It's time for him to eat. My husband works. He's a chemist. I stay home, have worked. You don't say shit. Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, I mean, I like to spend money on bullshit. But my mans can't say nothing because it's my money, not his. And the same thing with him, like, we don't really do, the only thing that we do discuss a lot together is, like, for example, vehicles, buying new vehicles or big things like that. Other than that, I don't tell him shit. He don't tell me nothing. Sometimes he does. He'll be like, you be buying stuff. He says that I buy unnecessary things. And I'm like, okay, well, if it was up to you, we wouldn't have 3 couches. And to him, it's pointless to have 3 couches, right? But we have 3 living rooms. So what? They're just going to, like, if you're upstairs, what? It's just going to be an empty square? Or even, like, when you first walk into the house, we have that small living room. What do? Not just be empty? So to him, stuff like that, he's like, it's pointless. But he sits in it. Like, he said, I bought this big ol' ass tent for for Junior's football games, right? And because he always says that I spent money on like pointless things, right? Anyway, so normally we be dragging around for the games 2 tents. I always bring 2 tents because we have a big family, and plus we have family that comes from Santa Fe, and I'm like, dude, we need to have he ran over one. Keep in mind, you guys, I pay for this, and he ran over one of my tents. So luckily I have warranty on it, so they gave me the money back for it, and I was gonna buy another one, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go buy like the biggest one they have. So I went and I bought me a 13 by 13 tent, right? And I said, now we don't have to haul both of them. Now we'll just haul the 13 by 13, which is super big. And then we were opening it, you guys, at the game, and then he's like, Chris, he said, you went and bought a whole fucking circus tent. A circus tent? You sure as hell enjoyed my fucking circus tent when it was hotter than shit and you were underneath it because the sun, or better yet, how I bought that little AC fan, the portable one. He enjoyed that too when he was sitting in the nice cool water and the hotter than shit outside watching the football game. He just laughs. But I'm like, don't make fun of my circus tent. The heck? How dare you? I need to fix this. I don't like how there's something going on here that is not it. With the circus tent. How mean is that? Hi, Margarita. Same, I always worked no matter what. Yeah, like even then whenever, like I said, that he would give me his whole paycheck and we would pay the bills, and then whatever money was left over, I would give it to him. And then he would always give me like some money, and he would be like, here, you could go buy yourself some clothes or whatever you want. And that was it. And I hated that because I'm like, dude, I want my own money. I want to buy shit. I don't want to depend on or much less ask him to give me money to go buy something. Fuck no. I feel like nowadays women are very independent, you guys, and it's less women that there's like more and more less women that depend on their men to pay all their bills. But I think it's hilarious when people think it's funny that a lot of relationships, they go halfers on bills. I don't know how that's funny. I mean, if anything, that's better. That's 2 incomes. Literally, that's 2 incomes. And you're going halfers, that doesn't mean you're fucking roommates. That just means you're gonna have more money to do more shit. And that makes you independent. Why the hell would you want, like I said, to have to go ask your man to give you money to go and buy yourself freaking tampons? Hey, I need some money. Can I go buy some tampons? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't like that. But there's nothing wrong with going halfers with your partner on the bills. If anything, I feel like it makes it better because then you have more money to do other stuff, Going halfers is better than anything. I mean, it's better than him paying the whole mortgage. You go halfers on that, you go halfers on all your bills, and it just works good like that. And there's no problems. Nobody gets mad about who pays for what, who doesn't pay for what. It's just better. I mean, I've always done it like that, except the last lousy I was with, he was my fucking son. That motherfucker was my son, and I'm not even lying. It worked no matter what. Let me see if I can scroll you guys up. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll it up, bro. My husband says the same. I too shop, but bills for... Exactly. That's how I am too. And like I was saying this first, like sometimes I feel like a lot of people judge me and they're like, you be buying like skeletons and shit like that for Halloween, and it might be weird to some of you guys, but see, you don't know my story fully clearly, because if you knew my story clearly, then you would know that the old me used to do drugs. So my new addiction instead of drugs is like crafting shit, like decorating my house for Halloween, buying a million Christmas trees. I'd rather do that than to go buy heroin. I'm just being honest. I mean, I used to do drugs instead of doing pills. Like, I like to bake cakes. I like to do stuff with my kids. I like to spend money on going to the aquarium or blowing money at the damn state fair. Like, the old me used to do drugs, you guys. Like, I love my life now. Like, I love it. And at that, back then, I've always taken care of my kids, you guys. For a long time, I made easy money. For a long time, I made easy money, and easy money comes and goes, and it's not the best way to live your life like that. Looking over your shoulders sucks. So now I live like a very normal, boring life, but I don't mind it. I'm just like any other person. Sometimes I do have my breaking points with my kids. They drive me insane. And they make me mad because they take advantage and should be helping out more than what they do. But I wouldn't trade them in for nothing. And the way I see it, pretty soon they're all going to be gone. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm using my Foxy Bay 32 millimeter. This is the rose gold, or like the old school rose gold wand. This one gives you more beach wave curls. I used last night on TikTok the new tool they sent me, and it did my hair really, really nice, except since it was the first time I used it, I kind of need to learn how it works better. I got the hang of it, but the only reason why I'm not using it right now is because I noticed that it will work better to wrap my hair around it if my hair is straight, like freshly washed hair, because it's the air wrap one. At first I had a hard time, but then I got a hang of it, and I noticed that since my hair had a little bit of leftover curls from this, like from this one, it was a little bit harder. Yes, exactly. See, but if it was up to him, we would only have one living room. And I'm like, well, then why the hell did we buy a house with 3 fucking living rooms? Thank you, girly. I was thinking about going back to copper, but I don't know if I should. I really don't. I really think I should, but then I don't. I should have got my lipsticks. Oh well, they're in my purse. So like, oh, I don't get notified like I used to. Oh no, girl, you might have to undo and redo. Like, not unfollow me. Don't unfollow me, but just because then you'll lose your badges. But maybe you need to add me to your favorites and remove me from favorites. Complaining but loves the stuff. Yes. You don't say shit about my circus tent anymore. Girl, the fair was crazy. Expensive and a bunch of freaking people taking cuts. Literally causing problems, these kids. And parents. Yeah, see, this one's too light. A ver, vamos a ver qué me encuentro por aquí. Another lip liner, maybe a dark one. The only thing is my dark lip liners are in my purse, because I use those. Oh, this one works. This one works. Yeah, that's looking out for each other. But honestly, like, when there's 2 sources of income, it's always better. And it doesn't mean he's your roommate. It just means you're a team, bro. What the fuck? You want a daddy or you want a husband? Because if you're going to make fun about it and say that it's a roommate, I honestly think it's more of a teammate and not your dad. And some of you guys have it made, man. Some of you guys have men that they give you a card and they're like, here, buy whatever you want. I don't care. I'm paying all the bills. That's a blessing. But look, when I got my BBL, do you know how good it felt to not have to ask my man to pay for it? Or better yet, to even ask him if it was okay to get a BBL. And then when I got my second BBL, do you know how good it felt to not have to be like, is it okay for me to do another round? Hi, Luna. Hi, Anne. Hi, you guys. Sometimes being independent is a good thing. But like I said, it seems like nowadays there's more and more girls, you know, that are very, very independent. And I love that for women. I had my stupid shit in the trunk. You know what I do for Christmas? Well, at first when I was buying all kinds of shit for my Christmas trees, because you guys know I have a bunch of Christmas trees. And it's not that he cares or I care that he knows. He's not going to, what is he going to say? It's my money, you know? He's not going to say nothing, but I just don't want him to be like, girl, for real, are you serious? So I just go, and when he's not looking, little by little, I put it in the closet. And then when I bring it out, before when I used to buy like a bunch of makeup and shit like that, I would say it was PR. So for the Christmas trees and stuff, I hide it in the trunk, and then slowly, and like, what do you mean? It's been there. I didn't buy that. I bought that last year. Hi, Michael. Thank you for the stars. When he's not looking, I bring it out. Oh, that's me. But he doesn't say nothing no more. He's so used to it. He just clowns on me like my freaking circus tent. Thank you, Michael, for the stars. Thank you, Luna. It's just very simple look, and I'm gonna go and make all these tacos, so I'm waiting for my food to get delivered. They're supposed to bring it between 3 and 4. Junior's gonna be calling me now, I know, to ask me if he needs to get, or if he could get Jaden, because he likes to go and get Jaden from school. There's nothing wrong with what you do. Never let anyone treat you like that. Okay, there. He likes to go pick up Jaden from school because his little friend gets to go with him. I didn't even know I had this lipstick, you guys. This is Anastasia in the shade Honey. And it's such a pretty color, like a pretty nude. I actually like it. Thank you, Monica. My extensions are from Irresistible Me. And right now I have 2 sets on. Well, a portion of 2. My dark ones, obviously, and then I bought a new set because I was gonna need a new set eventually, so I ended up just getting them blonde, so that way I could, because I have the blonde spot. So once I'm ready and I decide that I'm gonna go either more blonder or if I'm gonna go all dark again, I'll just dye my new blonde ones black. But they're both from Irresistible Me. And I love them. They're a little pricey because obviously I've been buying hair extensions for a long time. And sadly, the price always goes up, man. Like every year it goes up a little and a little and a little. And when I first used to buy hair extensions, human hair extensions, 24 inches long, they only used to cost me $280. Now I pay over $300. I think like $340. not too bad, but it beats 280. It beats 280 for sure. We're building. Edwina, hi girl. Thank you, man. It's been a tough road, like I said. When he went away, honestly, sometimes I look back and I even ask him, like, how does it feel? Like, do you remember being in prison? Like, because I honestly, sometimes I feel like it never even happened to me waiting for him. So I just like try to imagine how he feels. Like, how does it feel? Like, do you remember all that? Like, how was it? And he tells me all the time, like, that he doesn't. Like, it doesn't even seem like it happened. Like, he can't even believe it himself. But when we were going through it, man, I literally felt like 5 years was 20. I hated it. But when he first got out of jail, we were struggling so much, man. It was horrible. And I'm telling you, like, 2 incomes is always better than one. And when Michael first got out of prison, I was the only one working because he couldn't get a job. And then finally, when he got his first job, then he got a second one, and he was working 2 double jobs, you know, just for us to get on our feet. And then eventually he got a good job with the county. But it took a while for us to be where we're at. And I mean, we still have a lot planned. Like, we have a lot of future plans too, but it takes a lot of time. And most suckiest part of it about plans is money. Like I said, money is everything. People say it's not, but it really is. You can't really do anything without money. Like, yeah, money doesn't bring happiness or anything like that, but to do stuff, you need it. If you want to go and do family things, you need the money, right? But there's a lot that we want to do too, but it's hard. I feel like this is not, maybe because I don't want it to be like super flat on my head and then I look toda like but it's nice seeing your comments. And Duina, I haven't seen you in forever, girl. I hope you and your family are doing good. We have a whole new baby girl. Baby Ezekiel. He's drinking a bottle, so he's already probably asleep by now. So I got these. I've had these bandanas, like the silk bandanas. I have a few of them. And I've had them for a while, and I literally just found all of them. And I love them. I love to wear them. It's been a minute. Like, normally I just wear like my regular bandana ones, but these ones, you guys, they're like, you could actually wear them like as a shirt as well, because they're like, let me show you. They're like super big and long that you could wear them as a as a shirt. You could wrap them around and wear them as a shirt if you want. Or you could wear them on your hair, or you could do different things with it, like a scarf and stuff. I got them on Amazon. I have a few of them, but yeah. Sewing and gardening. I want to learn, Luna, so bad how to garden. I want to learn. I want to plant in the backyard some trees. But I want to learn like when's the best time, especially like what kind of trees can I plant fruit wise in the backyard, because obviously in New Mexico our weather is really, really crazy. And unfortunately in New Mexico it snows all the way till April. Not a lot, but it does snow till April. So I would love to learn. I need to look into it, but because I want to plant, my first thing, the main thing I want to plant is an apple tree. I want to put one in the backyard for my troubles in memory of my dog. I want to have an apple tree in the backyard for my dog. I miss my dog so much, you guys. You don't even understand. Like, every time, like when I see other dogs or I see the baby and I'm like, man, you know, Troubles would be here right now guarding him and taking care of him, because that's how he was with all the kids. And it breaks my heart so much. I miss my dog so much. And then like sometimes I want to get another dog, but then I'm like, I don't want to go through that pain ever again. It's the hardest thing ever. Bernadette, you're so sweet, girly. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Let's see if my food gets here already, my groceries. Yes, last night I made fajitas, steak fajitas. So I'm gonna make chicken tacos, and we still have meat left over so we could eat both. But I didn't have no more cheese, so I had to place a grocery order, and they couldn't bring it till 3 or 4 because I did it so late later on. Oh, girl. Just a bunch of kids taking cuts, and I had to literally go off on them. I love my husband so much. I love that, girl. I love that for you. I think that's why my daughter is a hard worker. She started young, working with my husband outdoors, doing a man's job still. Wait. A man's job, still went to school, worked 2 jobs, and still graduated high school. Oh, dang, watch her. Then off to beauty and barber school, and worked 2 jobs, finished both schools until this day. She still works 2 jobs, 2 babies, another one on the way. But her dad always told her, never depend on a man. You have to work para salir adelante. But I'm so happy she's doing good in life, and my son is following those steps too. More years to graduate college. That's amazing. I hope that, I pray to God that's my kids like that too, honestly. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of doubt it. My kids are a little spoiled, man, and I blame myself for that. But I fucked up a lot with my kids on giving them everything they want. And I say I fucked up because I've always been the type, like, I want to give my kids everything I never had. And I mean, I grew up very, very, very poor. I mean, I used to go school shopping at Goodwill. We used to go to Las Segundas to get my school clothes. So with my kids, I always said, like, I'm going to give them everything I didn't have. And unfortunately, I feel like sometimes that affects your kids a lot. They become very spoiled. And I feel like my kids are very humbled, but sometimes I feel like they're not humbled enough, I guess. And I'm the blame for it too. My mom tells me all the time, like when I go school shopping, and like Junior, I bought him 4 school shirts for $200. Like, that shit's insane. And I know to some people that's not a lot of money, but when you have 5 kids, it's a lot of money. $200 for 4 shirts is a lot of money. I know there's kids out there that get, you know, Burberry shirts and Louis Vuitton shirts. And I mean, I'm not on that level. I live in the real world. Like, we are not rich. We're in between middle, you know, like I don't even know if we're middle class. I mean, to be honest, but he is spoiled, man. Like, he wanted $100 backpack, and I was okay with that because he hadn't gotten a backpack for 2 years, because he had the one for 2 years. He made it last, so I didn't mind buying him a $100 backpack. But I told him, you get a $100 backpack, then you can't get super expensive shoes. So then we go school shopping, and he gets shoes, and Michael buys him over $100, like almost $200 shoes. And I'm like, we had a deal. You wanted the $100 backpack, that means cheaper shoes. But he still got his way. And whose fault is that? The parents, right? And that's what I told Michael today. Like, you always give in, man. Every time we go to that, Michael goes to the store with Jaden, he always wants a toy, and guess what? He always gets a toy. So us parents are the blame of it. But like I said, growing up, I didn't have much. So I always said that I was going to give my kids everything that I didn't have. Titi, where's my setting spray? I thought he was in the stroller. I'll be right. Put on the pink couch. I'll put him on the pink couch. I'll be right back. Let me put the baby on the pink couch because he fell asleep. Where? To make food? I'm waiting for my groceries, remember? I never get ready, so they're like, where are you going? To la sala? To the kitchen? Or that's where I'm going. Me too, I say I didn't say I might leave it in the car, left. I tell my husband it was on clearance, knowing damn well it wasn't, but I don't care. I still buy what I want. Hey, see, that's the best thing about being independent. Like, buy whatever you want and how many you want, but you have to hide certain things. Like one time, oh my God, I don't know if you guys remember when I first started building my Halloween arch with all the pumpkins, and I mean they're only $1. But my whole trunk was full with pumpkins, and I left them in the trunk because I didn't want Michael to see all the pumpkins and be like, here we go with the bullshit, right? And I literally had forgotten that I even had him in the trunk, and he went to go and look for something in the trunk, and he opened it and it was full with pumpkins to the rim, and he's like, what the fuck is this shit? And he don't care. But he's like, where are you going to put all this shit, Chris? The whole garage. Like, the deal was that when we bought this house, that I could have this room, you know, that I could have this extra, the 5th room downstairs for my makeup room. And he was going to get the garage. So he gets mad that I put all my arts and crafts stuff, like the Halloween stuff and all that it's in there. And he's like, it's my garage. And I said, yeah, I understand that we made a deal and that oh shit, and that the garage is yours, but boy, our garage is 3-car garage. How is that even fair? I got 1 room and you got 3 garages. That is not fair. But that's what he laughs at, because he's like, where are you gonna put all this shit in my garage? I sure am. And the same with shopping. Thank you. Shopping for our girls, he just says, more clothes, more shoes. They have enough. It's okay. They get over it eventually. Yes, you could shower. Well, I don't. Whenever I shower, when I wash my hair, because they're clip-in extensions, I don't wash my hair all the time. So if whenever I take a shower and I'm not washing my hair, I just put all my hair up in a chongo, or I unclip them. So that way when I get out, even though I'm not washing my hair, when I get out, I brush my hair and then I reinstall them back in there, because it's super easy to install. But when you wash them, I unclip them and I put a rubber band at the end, and then I wash them. And then I have this, which goes on the wall, or you could hook them. It has little hooks, and you could hang them like on the door or on a dresser drawer or something. It has these little hooks. See the hooks? And your extensions go in here. Look. The extensions go in here. And you could style them in here. I don't style them in here, but sometimes, like when I'm dyeing them or bleaching them, I put them on here, and then see, it clips in like that. But the only time I don't, like, I sleep in them and all that, but when I wash my hair, I take them out. And if I'm gonna wash the extensions itself, I take them out, I leave the hair tie on there, and then I wash them like that. Irresistible me. You're welcome. Patsy, thank you. Do I look weird? You know how sometimes some people wear hats and hats just don't look right on them? I mean, I feel for the most part that I can pull off a hat, but I don't know. I mean, I know the bandana I could pull off a bandana, but this one I'm feeling like it's a little not, I want it to be like a little puffier up here like my bandana does it, and maybe I'll feel more comfortable. I don't know. They're about $3.30. They're 50% off right now. Yes, they always have really, really good sales. But like I said, when I first used to buy them, they were only $2.80. Oh my God, I hope the kids make it and it's already raining. I have to get off, you guys. I'm going to have to go meet them halfway because it's about to rain and I feel bad making them. They have to walk because we don't have the other car. So I will be back. Oh, and then I gotta wait for my groceries too. It's already 4. What the heck? Where's my groceries? I'll call you guys back. I'll call you back. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, you guys? Because it's raining already. But I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay? Bye.